Hello everyone, today we will be talking about some learning disabilities. First, I will start with the first learning disability, dysgraphia. It's a learning disability characterized by problems with writing, and it's a neurological disorder that can affect children or adults. In addition to writing words that are difficult to read, people with dysgraphia tend to use the wrong word for what they are trying to communicate. And as you know, there are some symptoms of it. Some common characteristics of dysgraphia includes that incorrect spelling and capitalization, also mix of cursing and print letters, inappropriate sizing and spacing of letters, also difficulty copying words and slow or labored words. Also, difficulty visualizing words before writing them, and unusual body or hand position when writing, and tight hold on pencil, which causes hand cramps, and watching your hands while you write, saying words aloud while writing, and the last symptom is omitting letters and words from sentences. And there are some other effects of dysgraphia. People with dysgraphia often have trouble concentrating on the other things, and this can make it difficult to take notes from a class or a meeting because so much attention is being paid to getting each word down on paper, and other things are said to be missed. And students with dysgraphia can be accused of being sloppy or lazy because their handwriting is not neat. And this can affect self-esteem and lead to anxiety, a lack of confidence, also negative esteem, negative attitudes towards school. And it is possible to say that children have dysgraphia often have other learning disabilities. And we can say that dysgraphia is not that you don't know how to read or how to spell or identify the words or letters. It is instead your brain has problems with the processing writing and words. And if dysgraphia appears in childhood, it is usually the result of the problem with orthographic coding. And this is an aspect of working memory that allows you to permanently remember written words. And about the medication of dysgraphia, there are no medications for dysgraphia, but there are some strategies, teaching strategies, and therapies that can address your child's difficulties with writing. For example, therapists can work to improve the hand strength and fine motor coordination needed to type and write by hand. Also, they can help kids learn the correct arm position and body posture for writing. And educational theory can help kids with other aspects of writing. And that's all what I want to say about dysgraphia. Nazanin will continue.
Hi everyone, I'm gonna mention about dyspraxia. Developmental coordination disorder is a common disorder that affects movement and coordination. Dyspraxia doesn't affect your intelligence. It can affect your coordination skills, such as tasks requiring balance, playing sports, or learning to drive a car. Dyspraxia can also affect your fine motor skills, such as writing or using small objects. Symptoms of dyspraxia can vary between individuals and may change over time. You may find routine tasks difficult. If you have dyspraxia, it may affect your coordination, balance, and movement. how you learn new skills, think and remember information at work and home. Your daily living skills, such as dressing or preparing meals, your ability to write, type, draw, and grasp small objects, how you function in social situations, how you deal with your emotions, time management, and planning, personal organization skills. Dyspraxia shouldn't be confused with other disorders affecting movement, such as cerebral palsy and stroke. It can affect people of all intellectual abilities. If you have dyspraxia, you may also have other conditions such as attention deficit, hyperactivity, hyper- hyperactivity disorder, dyslexia, autism spectrum disorder, difficulty learning or understanding maths, depression or anxiety. It is not known that, what causes dyspraxia. You may be at a higher risk of developing if you were born prematurely. Dyspraxia is more common in men and often runs in families. There is no cure for dyspraxia, but there are therapies that can help with daily living, such as occupational therapy, to help you find practical ways to remain independent and manage everyday tasks, such as writing or preparing food. Cognitive behavioral therapy, a talking therapy that can help you manage your problems by changing the way you think and behave. It may also help you if you keep fit. You find regular exercise helps with coordination, reduces feelings of fatigue, and prevents you gaining weight. Learn how to use a computer or laptop if writing by hand is difficult. Use a calendar, diary, or application to improve your organization. Learn how to talk positively about your challenges and how you are, how you have overcome them. Support from programs from Job Center Plus. That's all of my speech. Dilan, you can continue now.
Hello everyone, I will talk about dyslexia. Dyslexia, also known as reading disorder, is a disorder characterized by reading below the expected level for their age. Different people are affected to different degrees. Problems may include difficulties in spelling words, reading quickly, writing words, sounding out words in the head, pronouncing words when reading aloud, and understanding what one reads. What are the signs of dyslexia? A person with dyslexia may read and write very slowly, confuse the order of letters in words, be confused by letters that look similar and write letters the wrong way around, such as B and D, have poor and inconsistent spelling, understand information when told verbally, but have difficulty with information that is written down, find it hard to carry out a sequence of directions, struggle with planning and organization. Getting help. If you think your child may have dyslexia, the first step is to speak to their teacher or their school special educational needs coordinator about your concerns. They may be able to offer additional support to help your child if necessary. If your child continues to have problems despite extra support, you or the school may want to consider requesting in-depth assessment from a specialist in assessing specific learning difficulties, an educational psychologist, or a speech and language therapist. Support for people with dyslexia. If your child has dyslexia, they will probably need extra educational support from their school. With appropriate support, there is usually no reason your child can go to a mainstream school. Although a small number of children may benefit from attending a specialist school, techniques and support that may help your child include: the first one is occasional one-on-one teaching or lessons in a small group with a specialist teacher. The second one is phonics, a way of teaching children to identify and process the smaller sounds that make up words, combined with other techniques. The third one is technology like computers and speech recognition software that may make it easier for your child to read and write when they are a bit older. Also, there are many people who are dyslexic and They are famous. The first one is Leonardo da Vinci. He is primarily a painter which drew Mona Lisa, but he was skilled in many other areas, including mathematics, sculpting, and he was also an inventor. The second person I want to talk about is Jim Carrey. She is a Canadian-born famous comedian. I watched two of his movies, Truman Show and Yes Man. He is also a very skilled person. The third person I want to talk about is Aslı Enver. She is a female Turkish actress. She also has dyslexia, but she has a method to make her acting easier. She highlights important parts in scenarios and memorizes the lines she should act. So with this way, she uh, makes it easier for her to do her job. Also, dyslexia stops being a prevention for her. That was all the things I wanted to talk about. Now Fatma will continue.
Hello everyone, I'm going to talk about dyscalculia. So dyscalculia is a term referring to a wide range of difficulties with maths, and including weakness in understanding the meaning of the numbers and difficulty applying mathematical principles to solve problems. Dyscalculia is regularly identified early, and individuals with this type of learning disability demonstrate impaired math calculation skills and difficulty understanding numbers and math facts. Dyscalculia is associated with weakness in fundamental number representation and processing, which results in difficulties with quantifying sets without counting, using nonverbal process to complete simple numerical operations. And because these math skills are necessary for a higher level math problem solving, quantitative reasoning is likely imperative for these individuals. Students that have dyscalculia do not know which of the two digits is larger, understanding the magnitude and relationship of numbers. Also, they lack of effective counting strategies, and they are poor in fluency in identification of numbers. And they also have limitations in capacity. So what do we do to support these students? Firstly, reviewing what the student already learned before teaching new skills, and teaching the self-talk through solving problems, and letting the student write out charts or draw sketches to solve problems, using graph paper to help line up numbers and problems, and giving the students a list of the math formulas, and giving extra time in these exams. So we can say giving instructions and assignments are playing a big role here, and creating separate worksheet for problems and numbers for these students are also helpful. Like I have said before, allowing extra time on tests will help them a lot, because they will be spending more time than the others solving problems, and using visual aids or manipulatives when solving problems are helpful for them. That's it for this dyscalculia. Thank you for listening.
So that was the end of our video about learning disabilities. Thank you for watching our video, and we hope to see you in our next videos. Bye.